Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, welcome back to my video. And in this video, I want to show you current issues in English language teaching or ELT. I have found 7 articles and summarized it too. 7 current issues in ELT. Number 1. The effect of sentence-making practice on adult EFL learners' writing anxiety, a comparative study. Written by Yuan Liu on May 2020, this article talks about learners' writing anxiety. Writing anxiety is one of the most essential factors influencing language learning, and this study is to explore the effect of sentence-making practice on reducing writing anxiety of 2 classes of adult EFL learners. And the result shows that both high intermediate learners and low intermediate learners have less writing anxiety after receiving 2 weeks sentence-making practice, with both mean scores lower than 3 points in all 4 dimensions, confirming the effectiveness of sentence-making practice in both groups. Number 2. The effect of the positive and negative evidences in learning English 2 with manner of motion to goal construction by first language Saudi Arabic speakers. Published by Canadian Centre of Science and Education on May 2020, this article, written by Hanan Muhammad Kabli, aimed to investigate the effect of the first language on learners by using the negative and the positive evidence in the classroom while teaching English directional prepositions such as to and into. The article addressed the issue of difference in the judgment of to and into for both groups in the event depositing BC after the EG received positive evidence. As a result, showed significant difference in the performance of the EG in this type of construction in the post-test. This finding is due to the exposure to the positive evidences in the classroom. The EG is eventually aware of the requirement of the directional preposition into with BC even. Number 3. Trends and challenges in English language teaching. Written by Dr. Dhananjay Patil on February 2020, the article talked about trends and challenges in ELT. The teaching of English has become a challenge right from the beginning of the history of English language teaching till date, and the teachers have been introducing new methodologies and trends keep changing. As English is a foreign language and much-hated language, so in this article show there are many modern technological methods such as learning through technology. By using technology in the classroom, teaching and learning are unchanged, and given a new dimension, technology is the best way to create language learning. With the help of the CD or DVD, the students are exposed to a wide variety of language items. Web-based language learning. The language learning can be more effective with the help of World Wide Web, as we know as www. The World Wide Web has enhanced the computer-assisted language learning by allowing the learners by using different methodologies. Search engine. We can use search engines such as Google and Yahoo. Web-based resources for language learning. There are ample of helpful resources available for language learning on net. Students can visit websites like englishonline.com and can find various interactive activities. From the research, we all know that all the method can suit all the students, all place and all conditions. Best method should be adapted by the teachers according to their needs. They should select features of any methods which may be effective in particular circumstances. Number 4. The effect of pantomime games on learning vocabulary among Iranian EFL learners. This article, written by Imam Alipur, Fatemeh Safari, and Khazar Molana, published on spring 2020, the article talks about pantomime games on learning vocabulary. Vocabulary learning is an inseparable part of learning English as second and foreign language, so much that nation considers learning language without its vocabulary a useless effort. A possible approach to vocabulary learning which results in cognitive involvement, as well as an active role on the part of the learners in the learning process, is game-based vocabulary learning. Features of pantomime as a guessing game used in classes to help the learners guess a job, an object, an action, etc. by looking a person who acts it out. As a result of the study, it was found that through pantomime games, both the recall and retention of vocabulary items can be positively affected. It seems that guiding learners through higher-order thinking skills, avoiding competitiveness, and reduction of anxiety by pantomime are among the most influential factors contributing to higher recall and retention among Iranian EFL learners. Number 5. Comparing input and output tasks in EFL learners' vocabulary acquisition. Task-based vocabulary learning has recently attracted lots of attention in the field of second language vocabulary acquisition. This article compares the effect of input and output tasks on English as a foreign language learners' acquisition of vocabulary knowledge. This study investigated the task type effect of EFL learners' vocabulary knowledge, followed by examination of whether such effects were independent of EFL proficiency. Of the 4 types of tasks investigated, the definition task was found to outperform all the other tasks in promoting EFL vocabulary knowledge, and the matching, choice, and combining tasks performed equally well. When EFL proficiency was considered, the definition task was also found to outperform all the other tasks at each level of EFL proficiency, and the meaning matching and combining tasks show no difference, irrespective of EFL proficiency. The choice task had an advantage over the matching and combining tasks at the low level of EFL proficiency, but not at the intermediate or high level of EFL proficiency. Number 6. Challenges in ELT. ELT in the 21st century. Article by Christina Lorimer discussed some of the challenges teachers face in the 21st century classroom. Challenge 1. Resistance to change in methodologies and materials. It can sometimes seem that English language teachers have to do and have to be a lot more than in the past. For example, many institutions are asking teachers to modify traditional methodologies and implement blended or completely online learning. Teachers must be proficient in a variety of information processing activities, as well as have to know how to effectively teach the type of 21st century global communication required of an international language. Challenge 2. Limited access and lack of resources. Lack of resources in language learning classroom isn't unique to this 21st century, but this challenge seems to have intensified in recent times due to the pressing need for technology tools and reliable access to internet-based communication within the English language classroom. Telecommunication has become increasingly important across all ELT contexts. Teachers ask students to interact, access information, and share information on their phones. Programs ask teachers to manage homeworks, grades, and attendance via online learning management systems. And publishers ask programs to buy learning materials that have digital classroom presentation tools. Challenge 3. Classroom management issues and decreasing students' engagement. Blended learning models like the flipped classroom have changed the face of traditional ELT classroom, and implementing web-based technologies via powerful internet connection can increase students' autonomy and motivations. These models provide students with opportunities to simultaneously learn 21st century English language and employability skills, as well as use platforms and materials relevant to their modern lives. They also connect international students and migrant learners with faraway families and friends, allowing them to quickly resolve family matters and maintain culturally derived sense of self. Number 7. 10 Trends and Innovations in English Language Teaching for 2018. Technological innovation are part of education and English language teaching, but not all have staying power. The novelty of some innovation will wear out, and there are growing concerns about privacy and data protection. Only the innovations that come with solid teaching practices will stand the test of time. So, there are top 10 innovations that change English language teaching. First, blended learning. Second, mobile learning. The third, gamification. Next, embodied learning. Then, inquiry-based learning. English as lingua franca. And after that, multiliteracies and translanguaging. Then, supporting learners of specific needs. And creating and sharing content. And the last, learning and teaching management platforms such as Edmodo. That's all that I can share on this video. Thanks for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.